everybody, it's me again. I didn't do an update on my third Palinziq injection because I had a lot of issues this past week. Not particularly from Palinziq, it's just hyphy level stuff. Anyway, I had my third Palinziq injection last Tuesday, and I had my representative come over to help me, and I've figured I had to do kind of like a little routine, like after I do the injection, where I say like positive affirmations for my anxiety and stuff, because I suffer very bad anxiety. And I even like use crystals that I have to just like hold so I can feel their energy. And specifically amethyst is good for anxiety. So, and then I use a quartz crystal to amplify that. So I did the injection like on my upper right part of my stomach, and I guess like I was nervous to do it just because I was like, oh, like I've heard it's like has more reactions on the third injection, so I was nervous, and I just wanted to get it done. So I injected it, but I guess I didn't watch myself do it, but my representative did, and my mom did. She was over as well. And I apparently didn't angle it enough, so I put it more like straight in, which I don't recommend doing because it tends to hurt more, for one, and it can get to your muscle. I unfortunately think I did nick my muscle like right underneath my rib a little bit, because it's normal to get like swelling and like redness and itchiness like after the injection, but for days afterward I was getting like muscle spasms in my back, like where the muscle connects to like the front of my stomach, and it was very swollen and it hurt like pretty bad. It was not too bad, but I had to take like medication for it. But yeah, like I just didn't angle it right. So please make sure you angle it right, because it wasn't fun. I couldn't sleep, and yeah. So otherwise, like the Palinziq side effects weren't too bad. I did get extremely tired though. Like this time, like I got really, really tired, where I slept like 15 hours or something, and I was just like, oh my god. And like I don't have as much energy as I probably should, because I can't drink my formula. It makes me sick. But my PKU doctor just recently prescribed me like a supplement for tyrosine, which is what's created after protein is broken down in your body, but mine doesn't do that, so I don't get tyrosine. But yeah, and then there was a complication with that. Like my freaking pharmacy like was like, oh well, we can't order it. Like I think we have the powder, but we don't have the capsules, so we can't fill it. I originally got a call being like, oh, it's just a delayed order, like it's gonna take a couple days to come in. And then I called today and I was like, tyrosine, yeah. And then they're like, oh, well, we can't do it, we don't order that here. You think they would say that earlier on? I don't know, but I have to find a new yet another pharmacy to fill a different prescription for me. God, how many pharmacies do I have now? I have 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna need a fourth, I believe. Oh, sorry about my finger. It was just darkening, so I didn't want to like mess up the video. But gosh, I have no stability in my hand, man. Okay, maybe that will help. I don't know. My hand's like shaking, so enjoy the shakiness. I'm sorry if you get motion sickness. But yeah, I've been having to take my Ativan pretty much every day because I just have really bad anxiety daily. So I'm just taking like all these supplements and stuff in the morning. I have like a whole cart full of medication that I need to take. It's like a whole Palinziq little corner in my room. Yeah, like, what I didn't know, though, is that, like, for women, if you're on your menstrual cycle, like, I don't know if it's just because of the kind of birth control I have, but if you're on your menstrual cycle, like, mine was kind of painful. I don't know if it had to do with Palinziq or not, but I kind of assume it because it's the only thing that really changed. But yeah, just like the cramps, like if you can take extra ibuprofen, if you can have ibuprofen, just to like get the inflammation down, because mine was just like really bad cramping, and I'm just like, oh yay, I have to endure this until my side effects go away. So please take care of yourselves. But yeah, like the other side effects, I haven't really had a lot of them. And then the pain and the swelling and itchiness like went away in a couple days, like after the injection. So I'm doing one injection of the 2.5 milligrams this week, and then next week I start taking the 2 injections. Like, so I believe I'm gonna be taking one on Wednesday and one on Saturday. Because I was gonna take it on Tuesday like usual, but I got scheduled work that day, which is weird because I never get scheduled work on Tuesdays, but here we are. So yeah, like, oh, this is probably a better angle. But yeah, tomorrow I'm doing another injection. We will see how I feel after that. I'm a little nervous to get to the part where I have to do 10 milligrams once a week. I know that one's for a while, though. So I have, like, support of a lot of people in my life. And I'm just, like, I'm trudging through. I'm trudging through. Like, I haven't seen a difference yet. Like, also, word of advice, if your dietitian at your clinic asks like how much protein you eat, like gram wise, don't overestimate. Because I did that with my clinic on accident, because I not one to constantly count my protein that I eat every day. So, like, it fluctuates between, like, kind of a big range. Like, sometimes it could be, like, 27 grams. When I'm by the way, for a reference, I'm only supposed to have, like, 18 to 19 grams a day. But I eat more than that because I just do. Like, if I didn't, I would be starving. So I told my dietitian that it was 36 to 38. I overestimated, and so, like, she made it actually lower. I was like, let's do 34 to 36. And so I was like, okay, cool. And then when I like started actually counting my protein intake, like on my Fitness Pal, it's like I was having so I was struggling. I was struggling trying to get to the 34 because I would eat regularly and I'd be counting my protein that I was eating, and then I would be like, oh my god, I have like 19 grams left. Like, what the heck? Like, how am I going to get 19 or 21 grams by the end of the day? And so, me being me, I thought it was just like something I had to do, you know, because my dietitian told me. And I even asked, and I was like, oh, like, is this a thing? And then so she's like, oh, continue eating the 34 to 36. But then I was just like, I've been counting them though, and I overestimated. Like, is there a way I can like lower it to what I actually eat? Because I'm like forcing myself to eat more protein. Like, I started having like boiled eggs, and I was just like, bro, this wasn't supposed to happen for a bit. Like, I wasn't supposed to start eating eggs yet. And it's the weirdest thing. People would ask me like, what are you most excited to eat? And I'm like, eggs. And then I started eating eggs, and they were great. I like eggs a lot. But like, that's what I had to do to get to the 34. And so I'm just like, yeah, and like my mom was getting on me. She's like, you shouldn't be eating eggs. You shouldn't be forcing yourself to eat protein. And mother knows best. But yeah, I was just like, oh, but I want to eat my eggs. But then again, I also don't want my protein level to go up more because I already have anxiety and all these cognitive issues. So yeah, I just hope tomorrow goes well. It's been going well so far. I do like breathing exercises after I take my injection with somebody, and they help me get through the anxiety of it all for me. So I've had a lot of support doing this so far. So I'm just glad that I have people I can talk to. I also reached out to other people online, like on Facebook pages for PKU about Palinziq, like people who have taken it, and like get advice from them and like see what their experiences, their experiences were like, or are like, because they're still on it. And yeah, it's been a big help, and it's when you reach out in the community of PKU people, like it makes you feel not alone, because then you're like, hey, other people are going through this with me. Like, they get it. A lot of times with PKU, normal people don't get it, like what it's like. So it's kind of cool to have people who get it, and you could be like, oh my gosh, I hate when this happens. Oh my gosh, I hate when this happens. Or like, oh my gosh, have you ever had this formula? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've talked to people who are like on the other side of Palinziq, where it's already started like working for them like immensely, and they can eat anything they want. And so I'm like, they are goals. They are goals. I want to get there. I will get there one day, because Palinziq works for everybody. Obviously, if you keep on it, but if you stop it, it's obviously not going to work. But I'm just determined to keep going and going and going with it. And I know it'll eventually get easier, man, but next 6 months are going to be rough. I believe it's going to be rough, but hopefully not too rough. Hopefully I'll be one of the lucky ones where it will start working sooner than later. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. right now. Oh my gosh, I did this for 15 minutes. But it's fine. It's fine. I just ramble. So, yeah. I should be doing a vlog after my 4th injection. So I've been on it for, that would mean I've been on it for a month. So, wow, what? It's been a month already, man? It does not seem that long. I literally feel like I was on it last week. Like, last week was my first injection. That's so weird. Whoa. That went by fast. Wow. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so catch you guys later. Bye.